Hello, everyone, and welcome to another edition of The Danny Show. I'm your host, Daniel Cody. This is where I give commentary and reviews on all things wrestling. Thank you guys for joining today because the WWE was in London, so we got to see Raw during the day. And today, WWE Raw came to us opening with two crowd favorites, Oba Femi and Jay Uso, who ran it back right in Oba's face after Oba tried to stop it. I also love that when Oba comes out, there is a shadow in the crowd that shows a reflection of his spotlight in the audience. And I think that is incredible to see during the entrance. I think it's very cool. I also have to say, Oba to me would have done incredible during the era of ruthless aggression. If you're like me and you grew up in the early 2000s, you know that everybody in that era was very tall and strong. There were only a few small wrestlers in that area. One of them is standing to the far right there, Rey Mysterio. You had Eddie Guerrero, God rest his soul. You had another great technical wrestler from Canada that WWE does not want to speak of due to the tragedies of what happened in 2007. But nonetheless, there weren't a lot of small guys in that area. So having Oba would have been great during that time because he has the look, the charisma, and he can go in the ring. So he is incredible. And he has had some pretty great matches so far, including triple threat matches like NXT TakeOver Philadelphia, Stand and Deliver, as well as Las Vegas against Trick Williams and Javon Evans, which was a historical NXT main event to me. Now, moving forward, warning shot. I don't know if this is a warning shot, but I think one or two things is going to happen at Night of Champions. A, Obafemi is going to win, or B, Jay is going to win because Brock Lesnar will decide to make his presence felt there to challenge and set up for a match at SummerSlam, the rematch in Brock's home turf of Minneapolis. Of course, we also saw, not too shockingly, Paige and Nikki Bella go up against Lyra Valkyria and Bayley. Unfortunately, due to Paige's Rampage finishing move, Lyra was pinned, and Bayley tried to cheer her up, but Lyra completely went heel. And I said to myself, when Bayley helped Lyra stand to her feet to the applause of the audience, I had a feeling that somebody was going to turn on somebody. I didn't know who, but I knew someone was about to turn on someone. We also saw, I don't know what the conditions are going to be, but JD McDonough is cursed. And we saw, first off, the segment where The Miz and Kit Wilson on SmackDown being in a wheelchair was funny. An electric chair was kind of funny, where they brought back their old side, including Matt Cardona, or Zack Ryder, should I say. We saw tonight, I don't know, today rather, I don't know what the conditions of JD McDonough's curse is. Of course, we saw Liv get one up by Io Sky, and I have to be honest, I really don't have a prediction for this one. I don't know who's going to win between Liv and Io Sky. I think they're both great, although Io's cooler because she's babyface, obviously, and Liv's the bad one of the group. Of course, we have also tonight Chad Gable try to reunite Alpha Academy with apologies, but I have to be honest, I was not expecting Maxine Dupree to respond the way she did, and I wasn't expecting Maxine Dupree to go heel on the group. So I guess, and it was kind of unique with this because they don't want to make it too easy on Shaq Gable because it defeats the interest of the storyline. So having Shaq Gable earn the trust of Alpha Academy again, will make the story more interesting and make his road to redemption rather more of a story and not just such an easy or a happy ending. So just to keep it from being boring, I guess. We also saw tonight Jey Uso going one-on-one with LA Knight. Yeah. But what I did not expect was for Solo to cost Jimmy Uso the match in which LA Knight won, more so thanks to Jimmy. And I'm noticing it's a lot of both these guys type of matches. Oba versus Jey Uso, both these guys. At WrestleMania, CM Punk, Roman Reigns, both these guys. Jacob versus Roman, both these guys. I'm noticing a lot of both these guys type of matches going on lately, at least on the Raw side of things. But in this particular segment, Solo cost Jimmy the match against LA Knight. Nah. So I got to see what happens in the next week, and someone remind me that Raw's coming on early, but not early, but a little earlier. But going forward, wasn't expecting that at all. But in the end, we had the Vision versus the Street Profits for the WWE Championship, the Tag Team Championships, excuse me. And it was a good match. I gotta say, it was a good match. First off, it is great to see Joe Hendry again. I was starting to get worried. Where the heck is Joe Hendry? Nothing. Why does it never work with me? But in any event, moving forward, we saw Joe Hendry make his return tonight. We saw Seth Rollins, as expected, make his presence known tonight or today to help the Vision lose to the Street Profits, and now the Street Profits are 5-time WWE Tag Team Champions. And I'm happy about it, which is going to add fuel to the fire on the steel cage match. And I'm going to say in prediction for me, and the steel cage match, I'm going to say Seth Rollins. But in other quick predictions, Cody Rhodes to retain the championship at Night of Champions to overcome Gunther and Sami Zayn. I don't know who's going to be Queen of the Ring. I think the only way Oba loses is if Brock Lesnar comes in. I think we are going... I know Tiffany Stratton's in action, so I'm going to see how that goes. Of course, hope Rhea Ripley's doing well. And please, you crazy fans, leave the wrestlers alone. Stop being stalkers, please. And in any event, have a great day, everyone. I hope you enjoyed the show. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, what you think about tonight's episode of Monday Night Raw. I'm your host, Dan Cody, and I will see you next time.